the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Cardinal fans will see the debut of their dynamic new quarterback, #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, as the Cardinals and new coach Cliff Kingsbury play host to the Detroit Lions. We'll be back at halftime with a look at the early games, but let's get you out to the desert. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about fifth. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
Ready? 180. Mike 58, right there. I got one.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Check, 250. Check back, check back.
On first down, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 20.
Set. Go, lady. Go, lady. Let's make these babies cry.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as...
Set, 180. Exit, exit. Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert. 3
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
22 yards there, a first down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On 1st and 10, Stafford caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Open man is Galladay, complete. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So from...
Look at him. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. What happened?
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 31, Stafford. Jones has it. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down. All right, we will.
You got 3 down. Hey, Blue 60. Watch QB drop. Big 20.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah, baby. Set. 280. Libra. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19.
Ready. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 3. Check 3.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stafford, this complete to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one knocked away. And welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Stafford on 1st down. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Stafford looks to throw again. And Amendola with a catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, 180. Mike 58, right there. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To the air again, Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
To get a really good game right out of the gate. Preseason behind us. All
on and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cards, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm